They say if we'll only avoid any confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways and learn to love it.
And hello, welcome back to another Two Fingers video, and welcome to a first of its class, people, first time, the Two in the Middle podcast, and we are here on the hunt again. Hopefully we'll kill some deer as we talk and chat and, do whatever. So this is the first, as I said, the first podcast, the first edition, and I'm going to try to keep it short because I'm just kind of testing things out, see how it goes. I'm here, deep in the weeds, in the woods. Not really in the woods. Well, kind of in the woods. Over there is the woods. I'm over here in the fields, looking for something to shoot. I see nothing. Wait, is that something? No, I see nothing. Let's have a look on the camera. Ooh. Nope. I have a camera and it's better zoom than my binoculars, so I just use this to zoom. Alright, so, the podcast. So basically, in the beginning of this podcast, I'm just going to try to chat, talk, maybe bring up one main topic, the headline of the video, the title of the video, and then go from there. In the future, maybe I'll, have longer podcasts, talk a little bit more. But, I'm just here to play this game and talk and chat, and hopefully in the future you guys can respond, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Give me suggestions, ideas to talk about, things to address, whether it's timely, whether it's in the news or whatever. Maybe it's an issue, specific things. I'm going to start slow, so I'm not going to get in anything that's going to piss people off, and people are easily pissed off. So I know that. It's called YouTube. It's called YouTube comments. It's called the world. We'll talk about that eventually. Of course, people are being pissed off about everything. But this first couple videos, just kind of take it slow, not trying to, rattle some cages or anything. I never want to be one of those people like, I'm gonna shock you and get you to respond and troll you and piss you off. I'm always just gonna be honest and not try to play a game or whatever. Except for the killing game of the deer. If we can find the deer, I see no deer, nothing. I sprayed this stuff. It's supposed to attract the deer, but they don't come. Look. This is my. This is a terrible zoom. Does it even zoom? Does it even zoom? Look at my binoculars. Look at this. Okay. That barely moves. That barely moves. I'm not even sure if it's closer. It's like a foot closer. It's ridiculous. So maybe I'll put this at some point into audio form in a regular podcast, but it kind of defeats the purpose because we're here to play a game, give you something to watch while I talk, chatter, and say a bunch of nonsense. And so my main topic for today, other than my failure of killing any deer whatsoever, I could start walking around, but as soon as I start walking around, the deer run away. You see, does anybody see? There's a Z spot over there. That means it's an area of need. However, not now. The area of need, it comes much later. It's 9 in the morning in this game. I'm in Rothenfeld. I think it's in Germany. It sounds very German. And I'm looking for something. I'll give a couple calls. Here. Yes. Hello. That's my hello. Oh, I think I've been there, all the way up there in the mountains. Could be. Yeah. Nope. Nothing. I'm downwind. It's a problem. Maybe I need to be. Maybe I should do a spray over here so I stay away from the wind. In theory, this works, unless the spray sprays into the wind and then never mind. All right, so let's talk about the topic today. So I just want to throw out an idea, something that I've had for a while. I have a list of ideas I've sort of written down over the years. I've always things I thought about, things that have crossed my mind, and topics or whatever it may be. Take different takes, whatever. No hot takes. So I want to talk about the Tyson Zone. Now, for those of you who don't know the Tyson Zone, it was created by the writer, the producer. Is that a deer? No, it's just fuzzy things flying. Bill Simmons. So Bill Simmons, you can go listen to this podcast on The Ringer. He has this idea of a Tyson Zone, and it's obviously refers to Mike Tyson. And the idea is, at one point Mike Tyson was biting people's ears and stuff and doing all this crazy stuff. like he reached a point where whatever story came out, you would believe it, right? If I tell you a story about Michael Phelps, and he's famous, he's a swimmer, yada yada yada. There's a point where I could bring a story to the point where you're like, I don't believe you. You're full of BS. You'll be on Google, you'll check it in a second, you'll see it's false. Right, the Tyson Zone is like, you believe anything. Like, you'd be like, you would not be shocked, surprised by whatever it says, right? I mean, Mike Tyson's biting people's ears, he's doing crazy stuff, he's got pigeons, he's got tigers, and you come up with any kind of crazy story, and you'd be like, oh, really? Is that true? It's true. Oh, yeah. Mike Tyson, it's crazy every day. So to take that idea, so you understand the Tyson Zone, my comment simply is one simple comment. So it's probably going to make a very short podcast because it's going to just drop mic and say goodbye. However, I want to shoot a deer though. Do we see anything? No. Alright, so the comment is the world, everything, is in the Tyson Zone. Like if you just think of like all the news and just, I mean, like I'm not going to even touch Trump. Like I'm not even going to do that. I mean, that just seems too easy. But just like the world, the people are in the Tyson Zone. I mean, Florida, the state of Florida has been in the Tyson Zone for years. Okay? I mean, any story comes out of Florida and, like, you would believe it. It doesn't matter. But, like, think of, like, any ridiculous story. Like, you don't even know if, like, I could troll you with, like, a list of 5 stories, 3 of them being true and 2 of them being false, and the most ridiculous things in the world, and you would have no idea what to guess because the world is in the Tyson Zone. People are in the Tyson Zones. We are the most ridiculous species in the entire world. Of course, we're the only species who can be ridiculous, but whatever. We've just gone beyond the level of ridiculousness. All right. I mean, can I kill the bird? Can I kill the bird? No. I mean, I thought about this playing this game because it's like here, it's just like it's calm and serenity, and this was real life. It'd be like, and you'd be away from all the nonsense. Be away from insanity. But give you a very quick example. Like years ago, you were talking about years ago, after 9/11. Did you know that people actually tried to trademark 9/11? Like literally, people tried to trademark 9/11, like the actual 9/11. They tried to trademark it after 5,000 people died. I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna trademark that because that's great. That's great. I mean, this is what people. This is. I mean, seriously. And like you think about you can just Google search like different headlines and stuff and different crazy stories, and you can see the ridiculous of people, ridiculous of life in itself. I mean, it's insane. Like I read a story about. I mean, it was just like it was a stupid story. Like it was sad. It was actually very sad. This grandfather guy who was like in his 80s. Like he won a radio contest called "Get Your Grandpa Laid." Right? So this man won there's a radio contest that to get your grandpa laid, and then you win 2 prostitutes. So that was reward for winning the contest. So there's someone sets up an actual contest to get your grandfather laid, and then you win it, and you get 2 hookers. And then to make the story even more ridiculous and sad is that apparently he died eating dinner before he was going to meet the 2 hookers, and he died because he was eating too fast and he choked on his food and died. He choked on his food and died. I mean, you want to laugh, of course, but I mean, first of all, it's a radio contest. And this poor guy, and this actually happens where he actually wins it, and he's super excited because his grandfather gets 2 hookers, and he chokes on his food. I mean, is this true? I think it's true. I believe it's true because the world is in the Tyson Zone. Of course, there's a contest that has "Get Your Grandfather Laid." Of course, there is, because we are just insane. We are all insane. Like individually, I think this is what I think about people. Like individually, you meet them. And like your friends and your family and whatever, and they're not insane. They're like normal, okay? And then like people, when it comes, people get pushed into public sphere and that social media, then people become a little crazy. So there are places where people are just crazy, right? So like Florida, okay? Just some crazy stuff happens in Florida all the time. So there are places where you're gonna find crazy people doing crazy stuff and insane, and you're gonna get crazy stories. But also, like, you get thrust into this, you either thrust yourself through social media, Instagram, yada yada yada, and you do crazy stuff because you want attention, or you get pushed into the limelight anyway, or you're trying to attract other people through the limelight and crazy stuff. Like, you're a radio producer, like, let's have a contest where we can get grandfathers laid by prostitutes. I mean, sure. I mean, it's whatever. I mean, is it a big deal? I mean, if I say it's wrong, am I a prude? You know what I mean? I mean, I probably am, but I mean, I don't know. But it's normal, right? Is anyone shocked that this happens? No, of course not. I mean, it's the twist in the end where the guy dies choking on his food, his dinner. It's kind of comical, you know. Sounds like something from a movie. Do we see any deer? Let's take out the phone. Nope, those are leaves. So yeah, I mean, Tyson Zone. We are in our own Tyson Zone. Humanity is in the Tyson Zone. And now it's pouring. This is just, I'm never gonna kill a deer in this rain. Is that a deer? Yeah, it's a rock. This is ridiculous. We need to get out of the rain. It's terrible. Let's travel, people. Let's travel. How do we travel? We haven't been to, I'm not sure if we've been to the Leighton Lake. Let's go to the Leighton Lake. Show you the Leighton Lake. It's in northwest of America. We'll keep on talking about the ridiculous of people. And for example, I read this again. I don't know if this is true, but I believe it's true because we're in the Tyson Zone and anything is believable. But apparently, people like on Instagram. This is like, I think a while back. This is not new. I was just doing research at different ideas to come up with to support my theory and thesis. And there was like an Instagram thing, or maybe, I don't know, whatever it was. But people were saying like the pelvic bone was like the new boobs or something. Like, move over boobs, here come the pelvic bones. So, you know, like, if you look at really skinny people and there's like, you get the pelvic bones and they're like below their hips and they pop out because they're really skinny, because they're too skinny and stuff. What's happening, people? Someone's talking to me. Let's listen to this person.
Welcome to the untamed wild.
Ooh.
Name's Colton Locke.
Hey, Colton Locke.
But everyone calls me Doc. I'm the warden up here.
All right, he's the warden. I'll come back to the pelvic bones, people. I'll come back. We need to listen to this man.
First time in the Pacific Northwest and Lake District.
Lake District. Where is Lake District? I see a deer. We're gonna kill it.
You'll find in 100 miles.
Just don't let it run away.
I've been hunting here my whole life.
Did you see the deer?
I still don't get tired of this place. Go ahead, look around. There's a lot to discover around here. Not just the big game. Let's see what you can do. Try to find an animal track around here.
Where'd the animal go? I'm pretty sure I saw it. Let me take out my camera again. Wasn't it just like over there? Is that it right there? It is right there. Let's go kill it. Oh god. So it's right there. So while I think each time they give you like a new area, they're like, here, have a free kill. So we're gonna have a free kill, but I'll talk about this pelvic thing. I mean, first of all, the idea that people think that the pelvic bone is suddenly a sexy thing, that's gonna take over boobs. Like what? I mean, first of all, we play Skyrim. Okay, we like those mods, the whole thing. Would you, or just, do you want someone to create a pelvic bone mod? Do you want a pelvic bone mod, people? No, you don't want a pelvic bone mod, people. I'm not close enough. Maybe if I stand up. Should I stand up? I don't know. Alright. But seriously, no one wants a pelvic bone mod. Oh no. It's running away. How far did it run? Did I kill it? Was it a bad shot? Let's check out the blood. Let's check out the blood, people.
White-tailed deer are often slightly bigger than the blacktail, but they're quicker to flee if they sense danger.
Oh, it's a very low bleed rate. That's not good. That means it was a bad shot. It was a bad shot. But if we can, I think it'll die. Well, if we just follow the tracks, we'll get there. It'll be dead. I think it was not a good shot. Apparently, it's pooping a lot. Oh god, I'm just running through trees now. Hopefully we'll kill it. But seriously, like, I mean, maybe that's not the greatest example of people being ridiculous, but like, it is ridiculous, of course. Like, suddenly people on Instagram were like, look at my pelvic bone. Like, what, people? Like, how do you, like, what? No, there's no way. Like, who finds a pelvic bone sexy? You're like, let me get some of that, let me lick some of that pelvic bone. So it's just a terrible shot. If it's running this much, it's a terrible. I hope I find the dead body. I hope I find the dead body. I wonder how people feel about, like, me. I wonder if people get pissed off about me like playing hunting game. Bleed rate very low. I've lost the track too. Where's the track? Oh no. I thought it would be a good shot. I mean, it was like wide open. I mean, they literally like give you a free shot to deal with. There's like, and you're like, no. But this blue one is the one I gotta follow. I mean, at least it's still bleeding, right? I mean, it's gonna die, isn't it? Hopefully it dies. Hopefully it's dead. I mean, comment down below if you have any more examples of how ridiculous people can be. And I mean, seriously, just play a game with your friends. That's all you have to do. Play a game with your friends. All you have to do is look, like, be creative, right? You can even, like, you don't even have to be creative. Just, like, look for it. Look for, like, ridiculous stories, ridiculous headlines, whatever it may be. Create like 2 of them that are like completely fake. You can even find fake ones. There's probably a game online where people can do this. And then like test your friends. Like which headline is false. And they won't know. You know what? You know why they won't know? Because they're all possible. Because you will believe anything what people will do because they're insane. People are insane. Literally, like, I'm not much of a philosopher. Seriously, I think this animal's like fine now. Like, I don't even see more blood anymore. I'm not a philosophizer or whatever, but I think like you might hear me talk a lot in the future about stuff, and one thing you're gonna hear me say quite often is how ridiculous people are. That's it. I mean, it's just. I talk about it every time I talk about people and like things. Like, I try to be like sane and like thoughtful, and then there, someone brings up the extreme. It's like, well, just people are ridiculous. What do you want from me? And you know what happens even more is that, as I said before, it's like I'll probably make. It seems a little early for me in my podcast future to be talking about one of my great thoughts about people. I've lost the tracks. All the tracks are gone. I mean, it's not bleeding anymore either. Where's the blood? Where is the blood, people? Oh, I think that blood. No, it's poop. It's I mean, they literally give you a free animal to kill, and I mess it up. Wait, where's the blue one? Anyway, so this is what I think about ridiculous, right? People people are ridiculous. So I totally failed. I tried to look for it and was going to end the video with me talking about ridiculous nonsense and ridiculous people and then find the animal, but I failed in finding it and it's horrible. Must have been the worst shot in the world. I did find a moose. See if you can see the moose. I don't think I can kill the moose though. There's the moose. Definitely cannot kill the moose. Oh, I'm going to try to shoot the moose. Don't get me wrong. I'm trying to shoot the moose. But before I shoot the moose, I can't even get to the moose. Can I get closer? People are ridiculous, right? That's what they are. They are ridiculous. And what happens with social media and everything is that they find like-minded people who are also ridiculous. And then what happens is that they just try to out-ridiculousness each other. So you're like, oh, you're that ridiculous. Well, I can do this ridiculous. Oh, you can do this ridiculous. Well, I can do that ridiculous. All the time they're trying to shock you, troll people, piss people off, yada, yada, yada. But they really be like, look at me. Look at me, people. Look how ridiculous I can be. And they're like, no, I can do that. I can overtop that. That's nothing but ridiculousness. And this is what happens. And then you have a small minority who are as loud as F. They're as loud as F people. And people pay attention to them and think the world's coming to the end and everything's terrible. And it is terrible because these people have a voice and people listen to them and they attract more people who are also ridiculous, who then, of course, try to if you want to join the club of ridiculous people, what do you have to do? You have to be more ridiculous than those people who are in the club. You're like, ooh, wow, I saw your level of ridiculousness and I'm impressed by that, but I am threatened, so I become more ridiculous than that. And you have an escalating level of ridiculous that just rises in this country. Hence, we're in the Tyson Zone. Hence, everybody's insane. And the majority of us, the high majority of us, are like, oh my God. Either like you just stay out of it, or you just be quiet and do nothing. So I'm going to shoot this moose. And I'm going to fail because I'm too far away and my gun is not good enough to kill the moose. Can I get closer, people? Can I get closer? Ah, I got him. I got him. I got him, people. Run. Run through the water. Track the moose. Track the moose. My God, people. I actually killed the moose. Look at this. I did it. I killed the moose. Oh, my God.
If you want to get your bearings, there are lookout points spread out all over the reserve.
Woo! They call it trivial, but I don't care. I killed the moose. Take that, moose. Yes. Yes. I mean, that was a far away shot across the lake. I got a vital hit right there. Good shot. I mean, I'll take it. Boom. Boom. Boom, people. Boom. Cash reward 1,000. Give it to me. Give it to me. So, there you go. I've talked about ridiculous people. I talked about the world being in the Tyson Zone. People being in the Tyson Zone. Basically, it's humanity is in their own Tyson Zone. It is what it is. And comment down below. Join my Discord. Let me know what you think of this podcast, of future ideas, of things I should talk about, topics, what have you. And I will see you next time, people, on the 2 in the Middle podcast. Bye-bye.
And they say if we'll only avoid any confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways and learn to love.